Yo, it's the In Between the Lines podcast. I'm Shamar. That's Jay. You are the Pod Squad. Welcome into another episode. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we got some news going on right now, Jay. How the Philadelphia Eagles are missing the moment. They're missing the moment because Saquon Barkley has the chance to do something special with this team in his first year. Something that's a record that's been held up for 30 years, I think, about that. Something like that. And it's not opportunity that comes around again. So not only have they let Saquon possibly miss out on getting the rushing record, they're sending the whole team, and I don't like it because Jalen Hurts, if he sits out this week, he'll essentially would have missed about four weeks of football. And I don't want to come back in the playoffs and let that be the game that you got to shake the rust off. Like, to me, I think the Eagles missed the moment, not only with Saquon, but they're missing the moment where momentum going into the playoff is going to be missed, because I think the Giants are bad enough that you could come in at least for a half and have your team get the gelling and let Jalen Hurts get the rust off going into the next week. If it wasn't the Giants, if it was maybe a harder opponent or something, I get it, like where that, but I think you can handle the Giants without getting injuries, without doing too much, and you can not only get the record but get your momentum, because I believe momentum going into the playoffs is more important than injury. You can't coach injury. So when teams set out players for injury, I hate it, because you can't coach injury. You can get hurt in practice. You can get hurt on the next game you play. You can get hurt, whatever. And I think that's just to me a soft move by my Eagles. It's a decision I don't agree with my guy Nick Sirianni, the best coach in NFL history in the first 4 years.
Call him the jerk.
But I really do believe that those two factors are the fact, and mainly because Jalen Hurts just going to be missing a month worth of football, and he's going to come back either against the Green Bay Packers or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and
trouble.
It could be trouble. Now they could overcome it and do well.
Yeah, it's
like,
football.
It's football, but I would rather them have Jalen Hurts knock that rust off against a unworthy opponent of the Giants, who's a trash team, and get his feet wet again before going into the playoffs. If I was the coach, that's what I would do. If you was the coach, what would you have done?
Well, first I'll ask Saquon, do he want to break this record? How important is that record to him? And because he's a pro, and again, like it's historical. He will be in the record books forever. So I would definitely let him make that part of the decision whether he plays or not. As far as the rest of the team go, I would just look at my whole roster and see like who can use a week off because of injury. You know what I'm saying? And I'll determine whether or not I want them to play. But as far as the record go, particularly for Saquon, I will let him honestly make that decision, because that's, again, man, that's the season he has been fucking it's been historical.
Yeah, it definitely been historical, and I agree with you. Like, I think it should have been a coach's final decision, but I think they should have took a vote on whether the starters want to play. Hey, do y'all want to play a half? Do y'all want to play the whole game? Let's vote on it. But where Saquon has the opportunity to make history, something that's a feat that can't be done most. I know the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl, but this man is obviously going to be Offensive Player of the Year.
Clear, yeah, for sure.
And if he breaks the record, he got a shot to be MVP. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think they should have just rewarded him by letting them, like you said, letting the players decide, and then the final tally come down from the vote. All right, we got such and such that say yeah, we gonna go yeah, but if Dallas Goedert, if you injured, you don't got to play, like that type stuff. Like,
but let me say
pick and choose
about Jalen though. I agree with you on Jalen because he hasn't played football in almost a month. So you don't want him going into that game, not on the same page as receiver, just being in sync with them. I get all that. But I would tell him he's playing at least a half. Go out there, get the lead. We'll look at what's going on by half, whether or not you'll come out for the second half of football or not. But go in there, get the offense going, get me a lead, and I'll sit you down. But I do need that chemistry and that cohesion for the whole unit when he come back out there, because he's missing a month of football. Thinking you can go back out there at game speed and be in sync and your timing's there. Nah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit, especially from a quarterback that's getting thrown the ball from different quarterbacks. Like, it's going to be on the third string quarterback.
Wait, don't forget this. That was having issues with the passing attack just a few weeks before he got hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think they needed to start. I think they missed the moment, as you would say, for that opportunity. And I hate when other teams do it too. Like, go. If you really looking to win the Super Bowl, I think momentum is the key. I think resting players is just not the issue, unless you're like heavily injury
like Detroit
stuff.
defense.
Yeah, Detroit defense is crazy. God. Detroit offense too. Yeah. Like, they need a rest. So they play this week. Should they rest their players and not go for a bye? Like, that's crazy talk, right? Like, you're locked in the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing. None of them can afford to rest because Minnesota and Detroit is actually playing for the number 1 seed.
That's what I'm saying.
So nobody can rest.
Right, but you can't rest. You can just say, I'm going to take my bye early and give away. And
Oh, no, ain't nobody doing that.
But that's essentially the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference in you taking off this week and next week?
Hey, listen, man, first of all, I want that number 1 seed. I'm starting
Just to take off.
Yeah.
So if you take off this week, what's the difference?
And I might be able to get a few players back from injury. Might. I don't know the severity of the injury, but I might be able to get a couple back.
But you might get another injury.
That's true. That's
what I'm saying.
But
that's my point of not resting. You can get an injury, you can not get an injury.
Well, if I'm Detroit or Minnesota, I mean, I want everybody. I want everybody playing. We need this game. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, the matchups after that game is going to be crazy because that's going to determine who the Eagles play. Because they got the second team.
Yeah.
And hopefully it ain't the Packers. That's a tough matchup.
Well, I think
with a month from football for Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They go toe to toe. They both score.
This is why I don't like the idea of him not playing at all. If you wanted to play him a half, I'm totally with that.
Yeah, give me the lead.
Even a quarter. Like, if you just go up 14, all right, take out. All right,
yeah.
I know you good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, give me that lead where I'm comfortable and sit your ass down.
Let me see that you good.
Let's see the offense as a group. See where we at. Yeah,
we just everybody.
Yeah, I agree with that part of it.